Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Enjin coin. We see in the last 24 hours about a 3% decrease, and a lot of people are starting to get a little worried about the Enjin coin, and I'm going to give you guys some reassurance as well as when we could expect Enjin to start doing big things again, as well as price predictions for May, June, and 2021. So if you want to hear all this, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. We see a $2 billion market cap, a $169.6 million volume in the last 24 hours, as well as a 834.3 million Enjin. So the circulating supply, everything is looking fairly good. The stats, all around this coin have been looking fairly good. The only problem is this volume needs to go a little bit higher for us to actually kick off of the ground floor. We see this $2.32 range. We've been around this kind of decreasing steadily for a while now, and we actually need to get more volume into Enjin to actually kick this ecosystem off. A lot of people are kind of worried about this. So we have Enjin. If you guys don't know, Enjin is an Ethereum token that aims to make it easy for individuals, businesses, and brands to use non-fungible tokens or NFTs. Enjin is used directly to back the value of NFTs minted with the Enjin ecosystem. So there's a lot going on with Enjin right now, and I think there's really no need to be worried. We could see some more decreases. We saw it at 202 April 24th, so we're still seeing positives from April 4th, or what was that, April 24th, sorry. We are still seeing positives from April 24th, and I think we will continue to see some positives from April 24th the farther we get into this altcoin season. I think we are going to see things like Enjin pick up. If we take a look at the last year on Enjin, it looks very similar to the last year on Veracity. If you guys don't know what Veracity is, we talk about Veracity on this channel quite a lot as well. Very, very unique coins, but the problem is that there's not enough volume. Right now in Enjin and Veracity, we are having struggles of the very, very similar struggles. Obviously, the charts look pretty much unique. Not unique, very much of the same. Obviously, we hit our all-time highs, and then we came flying right back down for April 24th. Obviously, the same case here. And then we kind of rose and then dips right back down. So we rose and then dips right back down. Definitely very similar. Veracity, however, is having a little bit of a pushback, hopefully, this last 24-hour period, but not really, because we're still seeing an 8 to 9% decrease, which is actually more than, Enjin in the last 24 hours. So for the most part, these are fairly similar coins in the chart style. I talked a little bit about, why Enjin has, had a rough couple weeks at the very least. And it's specifically because we're coming off of a down, an all-time high. Okay, so let's look at this. February 26th, we had, 57 cents. We had 57 cents. We rose all the way up to 270. After 270, we dipped instantly back down to about 207, probably even less. We can't see it on this Coinbase chart very well. But after that 207, we rose all the way back up to $4. Obviously, the Coinbase listing definitely helped with that. And then after the Coinbase listing, there was an effect of obviously dipping as well as a massive increase. Anytime you see a massive increase like this, you're going to see some decreasing take place or corrections take place. So we saw exactly that. But this time it came with the crypto market dip. So we went all the way down to 202 and then stabilized back out where we actually belong, right around this, I would say 240, 260 range, to be honest. And that's about where we were at. And now we saw even more of a dip in the last week alone, which is not what we wanted to see. Obviously, we had, May 7th, a 273 price. That's exactly what we wanted to see, some good rise there. But we did correct a lot right back down and continue on this dip down to about 232. So what's really going on, and what can we actually expect for May, June in 2021? We're going to answer all those questions at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Let's jump straight into some of these tweets that we wanted to take a look at today. So first off, we had the NFTs are enabling projects to collaborate and engage communities in creative new ways. This tokenized digital creature can travel between unique virtual worlds, from PC exploration and RPG catch noms to PvP mobile strategy games. So it's very cool, obviously, to see NFTs really can be able to really transfer across games and platforms. I do think, this is unique to Enjin, and I think a lot of people are going to realize how big this could actually be. So now we also have Binance tweeting out NFT Tuesday tomorrow, 6 p.m. UTC, May 11th. This was just tweeted out 2 p.m., so we do see Enjin on the featuring list. This could be big for Enjin, obviously, depending on what really takes place here. We have Curve Grid as well, Unstoppable Web, and Network Arcane as well. So Enjin is definitely one of the bigger ones on the list, and let's hope they actually, show something useful, show something unique. But for the most part, this is good for Enjin. We go to the next one. This is something we've talked about for a while. So April 20th actually is when this was tweeted out. Jumpnet has given the Enjin ecosystem a shot to the arm. More than 50 projects are actively working on their Jumpnet integrations and using the network to mint and distribute NFTs without gas fees. So obviously more and more, opportunities for these projects now with Jumpnet and Enjin as a whole. So I do think, the more projects we start to sink into the Enjin ecosystem, as well as the more NFTs minted and really distributed, that's going to directly impacts Enjin's ecosystem as a whole. I think we will continue to see Enjin's price and value really increase. If we take a look at what's different about Enjin, if you go to their website, enjin.io, definitely do your own research. Remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm never going to give financial advice. So always do your own research before investing. So next gen NFTs for everyone. They talk about products that make it easy for individuals, businesses, and brands, to use non-fungible tokens of the future. If you go down a little bit more, they talk about powered by Enjin. They give you guys a bunch of pioneering blockchain projects created by talented developers. This includes the Six Dragons, Lost Relics. We've talked about all of these. Just a lot going on the Enjin website. If you guys don't know, they do talk about the next generation blockchain for NFTs, how they're scalable, decentralized, cross-chain network, and designed to bring non-fungible tokens to everyone. We're not going to go too much into details on why Enjin. I always like this little slideshow they do bring you, so definitely check out the website if you haven't already. Kind of goes through the actual process itself. So Enjin Coin is infused into NFTs through a process called minting, and so on and so forth. That goes through all of it and explains that you can basically bring it across different platforms and games if created to do so. So it's very, very cool. I think it is unique because of this, and I think we will see Enjin actually come back fairly strong. Just remember, guys, we did have a Coinbase listing here. This $4 price point was overvalued for sure. Around $3.20 was more of the price point that probably deserved with the Coinbase listing, not a $4 price point. Just people pumping money into a coin they don't care about because they wanted to get some money out of it. So just remember, when the Coinbase listing takes place, that's definitely an overvalued price point for Enjin. $4 is not where Enjin needs to be right now, or deserves to be, unfortunately. But if we take a look at Veracity, the same thing happened even without a Coinbase listing. We saw a very similar last year with Enjin and Veracity, and that makes perfect sense because they're in the same category kind of, and they also realistically have the about same volume compared to market cap. So going into the next, I guess if you take a look at the percentages, not really. Veracity has a lot more, volume compared to market cap, but realistically, the volume needs to, pump up quite a bit for either one of these to start moving. Enjin specifically, though, let's jump into some of those price predictions like we promised for May, June in 2021. So first off, May is going to be a good month to really see where Enjin's going to take off. If we have no movement by the end of May, Enjin's going to look fairly stuck because we've been at this 267 price point before the jump, 259 price point before the jump, and then we saw a massive jump to $4. And the fact that we're below that massive, the fact that we're below that increase around that 250 and 260 range is not good for Enjin. I do think by the end of May, we could easily see about a $275 to $3 price point for Enjin. If we don't make it close to even a 250, I would be worried about this coin being a very stable coin for the next couple months. I do think it has a lot of potential in the long term, but like I said, if it's not starting to move by the end of May, there is going to be some chances that it does stabilize out for quite a while, and that could be 2 to 3 to 4 weeks, or it could be 2 to 3 to 4 months. So we'll see what happens with Enjin. I still love the coin. I think it has a lot of potential, but it could stabilize out if it doesn't start moving soon. We talk about June coming up. If things start moving in the right direction, I do think by the end of June we could see a $3 to $350 price point on Enjin. I think $350 is going to be my price target for the end of June if Enjin can continue to start moving and actually move in the right direction and get that uptrend starting to pump with more volume coming into the Enjin ecosystem. By the end of 2021, I do think Enjin could continue on this increase, pushing its way close to about $6 to $8 range. I do talk about a $6 to $8 Enjin coin as my price target for by the end of 2021. I also say, guys, my price predictions are very conservative. I'm always on the conservative side of price predictions. So do remember that. I'm trying to stay away from the hype. I'm trying to stay away from the 100Xs on everything. Obviously, Enjin's not doing a 100X this year, but it could do, fairly good things and obviously make a lot of profits. So I think there's a lot of potential behind Enjin Coin. That's why we talk a lot about it on this channel. So if you guys are, big fans of Enjin or Enjin holders, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. I really do appreciate everyone stopping by, giving Enjin some attention. It's definitely something that deserves a little bit more attention, a little bit more volume as well. I'm very surprised that we haven't seen a volume increase, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, there's a lot of potential behind Enjin in the future of Enjin, so I think a lot of these projects jumping onto the Jumpnet themselves will start to spark something here in the next couple months or even weeks. So hopefully sooner rather than later we see Enjin start to increase. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys all in the next one.